Standard Life Investments Property Income Trust, otherwise known as SLIPIT, invests in commercial real estate with a clear objective of providing investors with an attractive level of income with the prospect of income and capital growth. Interesting because real estate can provide a diversified means of achieving those objectives. Our strategy is very simple. It's to invest in commercial real estate assets that can provide us with this attractive level of income, with predictable income, because it's the quality of asset which will appeal to occupiers into the future. The first one I'm going to talk about is ESG. And by investing in a diversified portfolio of good quality assets, we're able to provide an overlay of ESG, which we believe is incredibly important because, first of all, if we have energy efficient buildings, the operating costs will be lower for our tenants, so they can actually afford to pay more rent. But also, by creating places people want to be to work, it means that we're going to have the type of property which people will want to occupy and therefore pay us rent for, to create this really sustainable level of income. I think one of the differences with SLIPIT is we take a very active approach to managing the portfolio. So if I go back 5 or 6 years, we reduced our exposure to retail and invested more heavily into logistics. Today, we've actually trimmed a little bit of logistics and industrial, mainly in our smaller multi-let estates where we feel that pricing is very, very keen, but the prospects of some of those tenants is a little bit poorer. And indeed, we're taking a little bit of office exposure off because we see so much change happening in the office sector. Well, I'm getting rather old, and so I've got quite a lot of experience within real estate fund management. I've been doing it for over 30 years. And in that time, I've worked across every of the asset classes within real estate. I've undertaken quite a lot of development, spent a lot of time with logistics. Sheds is perhaps my natural home. So a long time, not only of dealing with real estate, but also with tenants and understanding their needs. I'm too self-centered to talk about my favourite book. So instead, I'm going to talk about my favourite hobbies, offshore racing and mountaineering. And I've undertaken a single-handed transatlantic race, for example. Those activities really make one plan, be self-reliant, adapt as conditions change. And those are things which I've really enjoyed applying not only to my hobbies, but also to my working life and managing an investment company.